What is up, my Division 2 peeps, and welcome to the Build Junkies channel. Now, today we're going to take a look at a rifle that came out in a previous season when we had the Ortiz set drop. It is called the Vindicator rifle. It is a exclusive rifle that you can buy from the Descent vendor outside on the little table outside the entrance to Descent near the White House. We're going to take a look at it today, let you know what we think of it. Is it the best? Is it even any good? Is it bad? What the case may be. But let's get into it right about now. So, the Vindicator rifle is very similar in a way, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it's similar. It's similar to a way to the Diamondback. Basically, when you're scoped in, you are going to see a highlighted area of the enemy. If you hit that enemy, and you can hit that enemy over and over again, that is the difference between it and the Diamondback. It does not go away. It just stays there until the enemy goes down, but you will get a 40% boost to your weapon damage for any time that you hit the highlighted area of the enemy with the rifle. Now, the build that you see me running in the background is the Zophia's Rage rifle build that I did. The only thing I changed on it was I changed it from a spotter build, and I put glass cannon on the chest piece just to try to maximize as much damage as I could, just to see what this rifle could really do. I also ran this build, not in the footage you see, but another time with the focus talent, and when fully scoped in and the focus at full stack, there wasn't really a whole heck of a lot of difference between it and glass cannon, as far as the damage numbers that I was seeing. But, you know, for those of you that don't like the glass cannon talent, a good backup would be the focus talent. Now, you could run Obliterate, you could run a couple different other talents as well, but that's what I chose to test it with. Now, do I think the rifle is any good? Yeah, I think the rifle is pretty good. Do I think it's the best? No, I do not think it's the best. Do I think it's the worst? Definitely not. There's a lot of good things going for this rifle, and there's a couple slightly bad things. The first good thing is the RPM on it is strong. I mean, she's almost at 400 RPM, so she is a very quick firing rifle. Now, saying that, you have to remember that it's a rifle. It's not an assault rifle. It's not an SMG. You're going to have to click that button on your controller, or I guess if you're a PC player on the keyboard or mouse or whatever you're doing, over and over and over again as quick as you can in order to get that rapid fire. So the question being is two. One, do you have the kind of hand stamina to do that all day long or for an hour or two on end, however long you play? And the second thing is, even if you do have that stamina, well, I mean, how fast can you really click it and make it to where you're accurate? You're not trying to speed snap it with two fingers or whatever the case may be. You're actually playing the game. So the RPM is nice. Is it the end-all, be-all? No, because after a certain point, you're only going to be able to click that button so fast. Damage-wise, in my opinion, is a little bit where this rifle lacks. Now, I can see what they did. They tried to balance it by giving us a higher RPM and slightly lower damage. But, and then, you know, they're, oh, well, it's offset because of the talent. Okay, well, you'll see this in the footage that you're watching right now. This rifle's great when the enemy is in the open, because you have a full view of that enemy from foot to head or head to foot, however you want to look at it, and you can see that highlighted area and you can aim at that highlighted area. But if that enemy is in cover and it's a lower body highlight, you're just smacking that thing with a normal rifle is what you're doing. So another kind of a downfall to it is, unlike the Diamondback, where as long as you land one shot, the next consecutive so many shots are going to have the same effect. With this one, you have to keep landing that shot on that highlighted area in order to get that effect. And if you can't see that highlighted area, you're obviously not going to get that effect when you land the shot. So, downside to the rifle. Now, I know some of you may beat me up in the comments like, well, this is all very common sense. Yes, but when you're putting a build together with a gun or a rifle in this game, you have to look at all the aspects of it, and I'm just highlighting that. This is not a true build video. Like I said, if you want to see the Zophia's Rage and just know that I changed the spotter to glass cannon, you can by all means stop on our page and look at the Zophia's Rage build to see what kind of build I was running it with. But essentially, this is an all-red rifle build. And what you're seeing in the background now is an all-red rifle build with glass cannon. So if you remember back in the day, when we used to do a lot of Iron Horse raids and stuff like that, this was kind of this was like the M1A build, I guess, minus the Zofia pieces, which really at the end of the day, and I said that in that video, they're great. I shouldn't say they're great, they're good, but are they making a big difference compared to the old traditional M1A or CQB rifle build that used to be used in the Iron Horse raids a lot? No, not really. I mean, it really isn't. So the main thing I want to get across is this is not a bad rifle, but it's also not a great rifle. It has its niches, and I think it has its benefits. The benefit to it is if you're in an open area with very little cover. The negative side of it is you're in a closed area with a lot of cover, because you're going to be very limited to how often you can get that weapon damage bonus. But, you know, everybody has a different play style. I also, with rifles, especially with glass cannon, I like to sit back and fire from a distance. There's some people I see put rifle builds together and they're up in people's faces. So it really also depends on your play style. But at the end of the day, you still have to be able to land the shots inside the highlighted area while scoped. So that is an important aspect of it. So overall, if I had to give this rifle an A, B, C, D, or F rating, I'd say, you know, she's a solid B, maybe even a B plus. I mean, that RPM is very nice. If you can really get your fingers going, and the accuracy on this rifle is not bad. That's another thing we didn't talk about. The accuracy and stability on this rifle, it does bounce when it fires, but it usually goes back to a point of travel that was very close to the original shot. So your accuracy with this rifle is actually very nice. That was one thing I was pleasantly surprised about while playing with it. It was how accurate it is. You can put that reticle on something, and while the rifle will bounce on a shot, it should bounce right back to that spot, or at least close to it. So you're landing multiple shots on the same spot of an enemy as long as you're, you know, paying attention to what you're doing. But anyway, you guys take a look at the footage that you're seeing in the background. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And I'm kind of excited to see what people's view on this. This rifle's been out for a minute. It's not, you know, something that came out new with this season. It's me being procrastination or lazy and didn't get one out when it came out way back when. But I am curious to see what you guys have thought of it. It's been out long enough now. People have probably at least tried it. If you tried it and you like it, let us know what you liked about it in the comments. If you tried it and was like, holy crap, this thing sucks, let us know what you think about it in the comments. I'm really curious on what people are doing with this rifle, because it was an odd one to begin with, being that it was a Descent vendor exclusive. You didn't have to really jump through any hoops to get it. You didn't have to do a season reward track or anything like that. You could just walk up to the table as long as you had the NSA credits and buy it. Which, you know, for 300, and I think it's 350 NSA credits, that's not a lot. So once again, very curious what you guys think of it, but let us know in the comments. We hope everybody is having a safe and wonderful day, and we will see you guys again in the next video.